My wife and I, we were your biggest fans.
Well, you're a man of good taste.
These videos are all about idioms, phrasal verbs, slang, and other English expressions. So sit back and relax and let's learn about these phrases. Okay, let's take a look at our first phrase. The name of this phrase is walk in the park. The meaning of this phrase is something that is very easy to do. An example of this phrase is, flying around up here is a walk in the park. However, landing this thing is not so easy. This means that once you get up in the air, parasailing is easy to do. And to summarize, a walk in the park is something that is easy, effortless, or pleasant. Now let's look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
Enjoy your first day at school! See you around 3-ish!
Okay. We got this. This'll be a walk in the park.
In this clip, Alvin and his brothers are going to school for the first time. Alvin looks at the school and says, "This should be a walk in the park." Alvin is saying that going to school should be relaxing and easy.
All right, let me start off by telling you this will not be a walk in the park. This will be the most arduous and back-breaking weekend of your life.
In this clip, Mr. Burns is talking to his employees about a hiking trip. He's saying that this will not be a walk in the park. He's saying that this trip will be difficult for everyone.
Easy, Cougar. Just a walk in the park, buddy. You're a little low. You're a little low, Cougar.
In this clip, Maverick is talking to another pilot, Cougar. Cougar is afraid to land the jet, but Maverick says that it will be a walk in the park. Maverick is telling Cougar that landing the jet will be easy for him.
The score is tied. It's time for the big one.
You up for this one, Maverick?
Just a walk in the park, Kazansky.
In this clip, Maverick is talking to Ice about a competition. Ice asks Maverick if he is ready. Maverick says that it's a walk in the park. Maverick is saying that this flight will be easy. Great. Now let's look at our second phrase. The name of this phrase is, in on the ground floor. The meaning of this phrase is, to get involved in something at the very beginning. An example of this phrase is, as a new employee, you are getting in on the ground floor of this great, new company. The woman is telling the new employee that she is very fortunate to be joining this great, new company at the beginning of its journey. And to summarize, in on the ground floor means to be involved in a plan or business activity from the very beginning. Now let's look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
Hey, Hindu friend, this is a chance for your Quickie Mart to get in on the ground floor of a delicious new taste sensation.
You talk a good game, but do you have the product to back it up?
Step into our jerkatorium.
In this clip, Homer is telling the owner of a mini-mart store that he's going to let him in on the ground floor of a new taste sensation. Homer is saying that he will allow the mini-mart owner the first opportunity to sell his beef jerky.
Why don't you have your friends join us?
Why, sure. Hey, why don't you kids drive down with us, huh?
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't get away, Sam.
Still got the nose to the old grindstone, eh? Jane, I offered to let George in on the ground floor in plastics, and he turned me down cold.
In this clip, Sam is telling his wife, Jane, that he had previously offered George the opportunity to be in on the ground floor of his new plastics company. Sam is saying that he offered George a great position with his company as it was just starting up.
I believe you, honey.
You do?
Of course I do. You're always right about this type of thing, and for once, I want in on the ground floor.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
In this clip, Homer tells Lisa that he believes her theory that the founder of their city was actually a bad man. Homer says that he wants in on the ground floor of what she is saying. Homer is saying that he wants to be known as one of the first people to acknowledge the fact that the founder of their city was not a good man. Fantastic. Let's continue on with our third phrase. The name of this phrase is, drop the ball. The meaning of this phrase is, to make an error or to miss an opportunity. An example of this phrase is, Claire, you really dropped the ball when you put together this proposal. You forgot to include any pricing. The woman is saying that Claire made a big mistake when she put together the proposal. And to summarize, drop the ball means to make an error or miss an opportunity. Now let's look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
The folks out there make a phone call. You could be a Blue Note signee, an EMC client, a Lincoln Center core. On the other hand, if you drop the ball, you might be looking for a new line of work.
In this clip, Fletcher is telling Andrew and others that if they perform well, they could have some great opportunities. However, if they drop the ball, they could be looking for a new job. Fletcher is saying that if they fail to play the music well, they could be ruining their careers.
Well, my family has business interests in London, and I'm going to move there and take a job.
Oh, terrific. So will you be running the chocolate factory? Did the Oompa Loompas drop the ball?
Charlie.
Little bastards went union, didn't they?
In this clip, after Rose tells Charlie that she's moving to England, and Charlie jokes, why? Because the Oompa Loompas dropped the ball? Here, Charlie is referring to an old movie where some of its characters may have made some mistakes, causing the need for the company to hire a new manager, that being Rose.
I give you one thing to do, and you drop the ball on that. I ain't signing for all this. Got aliens blasting at me, running around, chasing me.
In this clip, Epps is angry with Eddie for dropping the ball. This means that Epps is angry with Eddie for not completing the task that he was assigned to do. So we've now finished 3 phrases. What do you think? Are you enjoying these videos? We have more of these free videos online, and we're working hard to add more each week. It takes a lot of time to create this content, and we could really use your help. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing to our channel, you will be able to receive notifications whenever we upload a new video to YouTube. We really need your help. Great work! We're now going to discuss our 4th phrase. The name of this phrase is, think outside the box. The meaning of this phrase is, to explore ideas that are creative and unusual. An example of this phrase is, Peter is building a house on the side of a mountain. He was really thinking outside the box when he devised his plan. This means that Peter used a lot of creativity when he designed his new house. And to summarize, think outside the box means to think differently, unconventionally, or from a new perspective. Excellent. Now let's take a look at some video clips that provide examples of this phrase.
Honey, are you sure about this? I mean, nobody else is going this way.
Yeah, well, most people think inside the box. But you know who thinks outside the box?
Uncle Stone?
Me. Your father.
In this clip, Mr. Griswold asks his family if they know a person that thinks outside the box. Mr. Griswold is asking his family if they know a person who thinks imaginatively, or from a new perspective. He thinks his idea to drive to the event using a different way is innovative, and he is proud of himself for thinking outside the box.
But sure, calcium sulfate could work.
Let's think out of the box for a moment. How about a molecular sieve?
Oh.
In this clip, Sheldon tells the group that they have to think out of the box to solve Penny's manufacturing problem. Sheldon is saying that they need to think in a new and innovative way if they want to solve Penny's problem.
Bill Gates is out there. Paul Allen. Has anybody called them? I bet Mark Cuban would personally fund the computer upgrades if you gave him free publicity. Is it really against national policy to think outside the box?
In this clip, Alan Shore, a lawyer, is asking the judge if it's against national policy to think outside the box. Alan is asking the judge if it's against national policy to try thinking in new and innovative ways. That's terrific. We're now going to look at our fifth phrase. The name of this phrase is yours truly. The meaning of this phrase is, this is used when referring to I or me. An example of this phrase is, you are my firstborn son, and do you know who loves you more than words can express? Yours truly. The man is saying that he, the boy's father, loves him more than words can express. And to summarize, yours truly is an informal way of saying I, myself, or me. Excellent. Now let's look at some video clips for more examples of this phrase.
Why can't we keep it at my house?
Your house? That's crazy talk.
Well, the comic's ours as much as it is yours. How about this, guys? Bart can have it Mondays and Thursdays, Millhouse will get it Tuesdays and Fridays, and yours truly will take it Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Perfect.
In this clip, Martin is suggesting how and when the comic book that they purchased will be cared for. Martin suggests each boy get the comic for 2 days, and that, yours truly, will take it Wednesdays and Saturdays. Martin is saying that he, Martin, will take it Wednesdays and Saturdays.
And he really made an ass of himself putting the moves on a new girl in valve maintenance.
Does this girl like him?
I have to warn you, Marge. I think the poor young thing has the hots for yours truly.
Homer.
Just keeping you on your toes, babe.
In this clip, Homer is joking about some people that he works with. He also says that he thinks the new girl in files maintenance has the hots for yours truly. Homer is saying that he thinks the new girl has a crush on him.
That low-life adultering, judge-murdering defendant, Scott Little, who of course gets the presumption of innocence, goes on trial, and yours truly is here to cover it.
The reporter is talking about an upcoming trial against Scott Little. She says, yours truly, will cover it. The reporter is saying that she will be the person reporting on the trial as it occurs. All of us here at TD English hope that you're enjoying these videos, but we need your help. The YouTube algorithm doesn't really support us because we are a young channel. If you enjoyed these videos, please spread the word by copying the link to this video to Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, or any other form of social media that you use. We need our community of English learners to work together to allow us to produce more of this content. We also want to thank all of you for subscribing and helping us. It is greatly appreciated. You're doing great. Let's look at our sixth phrase. The name of this phrase is tall order. The meaning of this phrase is something that is very difficult to do. An example of this phrase is, so you're saying that you want me to come up with an idea as to how to solve global warming? Don't you think that's a rather tall order? The man is saying that solving the problem of global warming is a very difficult thing to accomplish. And to summarize, a tall order is a task or job that is difficult to carry out. Great! Now let's look at some video clips for examples of this phrase.
A truck! They're in the truck! That means I can never see them again. No, 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 no. What would Dory do? What would Dory do? Dory, I know they're good friends of yours, but a truck is kind of a tall order.
Yeah, your mother's
Please,
right, Dory.
please, all I know is that I miss them.
In this clip, Dory is trying to determine how to save her friends that are now located inside a truck. Dory's parents tell her that finding a way inside a truck is kind of a tall order. Her parents are telling her that saving her friends from inside a truck is a very difficult thing to do.
No, it's the other way around.
Right. I'm sorry, sir. I don't remember how the code goes.
I need 4 personnel trucks and a Humvee.
That's a pretty tall order for a secret operation, sir.
Talk to my friend Tebow.
In this clip, Archie is talking to Walter on the radio. Archie says that they need 3 personnel trucks and a Humvee. Walter tells him that this is a pretty tall order. Walter is saying that this is a very difficult task to ask him to do.
And overcommitted of it, which makes beating a powerhouse Australian side in next week's cup opener a tall order, especially as this is an inexperienced team with a history of coming up short.
In this clip, the reporter is telling his audience that hoping to beat a powerhouse Australian team is a tall order. The reporter is saying that hoping to beat the Australian team is a difficult goal to hope to achieve. Okay, we've come to our last phrase. The name of this phrase is good taste. The meaning of this phrase is, this is used to tell someone that they have good judgment or good opinions about something. An example of this phrase is, Jennifer is very careful when she buys dishes or bowls. She has very good tastes when it comes to items that she will put in her kitchen. This means that Jennifer is really careful about what bowls and dishes she buys for her kitchen. She wants to buy the highest quality. And to summarize, good taste can also be defined as when someone does something that is not offensive and is appropriate for the situation. Great! Now let's look at some video clips for examples of this phrase.
Ooh, a punch bowl like that just screams good taste. Wouldn't it be perfect for the dinner party?
In this clip, Marge is telling Homer that the punch bowl that she sees in the shop screams good taste. Marge is saying that having that punch bowl at the dinner party will let people know that their family understands what is appropriate and fashionable for the party.
Where's the door?
Right here.
Well, don't you think we should move the bathroom somewhere else so that when people drop in, that won't be the first thing they see?
Marion, we're not trying to get into better homes and gardens. We're trying to survive a nuclear attack.
I know, but we can survive with good taste.
In this clip, Marion and Howard are discussing the design of a bunker, in case there is a nuclear attack. Marion doesn't want the first thing seen in their bunker to be the bathroom. She wants the bunker to be in good taste. She wants the bunker to be socially and functionally appropriate so that other people will have a good opinion of them.
Who's Charles Muntz?
Him! I'm Carl Fredrickson. My wife and I, we were your biggest fans.
Oh, well, you're a man of good taste. Now, you must be tired.
In this clip, Carl tells Charles that he and his wife were big fans of his. Charles jokingly says that Carl has good taste. Charles is saying that Carl and his wife have a kind of brilliance and awareness because they are fans of his. Congratulations, you've completed the video. I hope that you will now understand these phrases when you hear them in the future.